Alright folks, let's talk about one of the best ways to get a leg up in Dead Rails. Classes. Now, I know the struggle of starting a run with nothing in your hands. It can feel like you're walking into battle naked, and trust me, that gets old fast. But here's the good news. If you want to go into each new journey feeling prepared, you've got to get your hands on some classes. They're your ticket to loading up on useful gear and abilities right from the start. So, no more feeling like you're running around blind. With the right class, you'll be ready to take on whatever the game throws your way. Now, the cool thing about classes is that they aren't just about giving you an edge in combat. They're about making your run more fun and strategic. You don't have to rely on those one-time use items that disappear after just one life. Instead, with the right class, you'll have consistent, reliable power to work with every single run. So, grab a class, equip it, and let's dive in because you'll definitely want to make sure you're well prepared for the chaos ahead. Let's get into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking classes in Dead Rails. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, none. Alright, let's talk about the class that's just, well, there. The D tier. Don't expect anything special here. It's basically the training wheels of Dead Rails. When you first log in after the big classes update, this is what you're stuck with. There aren't any fancy pros or cons to balance out, just pure basic gameplay. No flashy abilities, no game-changing perks, just a solid class to get your feet wet before moving on to something more exciting. But hey, don't get too down about it. Every new player starts here, so you're not alone. It's like the class everyone loves to forget. But honestly, it's a perfect starting point if you want to ease into the game and learn the ropes. Once you've got the hang of things, you'll be racing to unlock something better. For now though, enjoy the simplicity. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Ironclad. Alright, let's talk about the Ironclad class in Dead Rails. This one's a bit of a tricky one because while it definitely has its perks, it's kind of stuck in that meh zone. The Ironclad is built to take a beating, no question. Its defense is top-notch, making it super resistant to damage from all types of enemies. So if you want a tank that just soaks up hits, this might sound like your dream class, right? But here's where things get a little frustrating. The Ironclad's big drawback is that heavy armor. It's got all this protection, but it also weighs the player down by 20%, slowing your movement. This means dodging incoming attacks or escaping dangerous situations becomes way harder than it should be. You're basically a walking fortress, but a slow one. And that's not the only issue. On top of that, the Ironclad doesn't really offer anything to help out your team. It's a solo class through and through, focusing only on its own defense and survival. In a game that's all about teamwork, that can feel pretty limiting. And here's the kicker. It costs 100 bonds to unlock, so you're investing a good chunk into a class that doesn't bring much to the table, except maybe a few laughs if you're into the whole I'm a walking tank vibe. Not exactly the best deal if you ask me. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, the Alamo. Alright folks, if you're looking to keep your team safe while still contributing to the cause, you might want to take a look at the Alamo class in Dead Rails. This isn't your usual charge in and go full beast mode kind of class. No, this one's all about playing the protector. Instead of focusing on their own defense, Alamo players are all about defending the train. Yep, their whole thing is keeping that precious train from taking too much damage. And trust me, the whole squad will appreciate that. The Alamo's main tools of the trade? Metal sheets and barbed wire. These two items are crucial in setting up some serious defenses around the train. Think of it like building a mini fortress on wheels. Metal sheets act as shields, absorbing enemy hits, while the barbed wire slows down any would-be attackers. You'll find yourself in the thick of things, but your main job is to make sure the train stays intact and the team can focus on what they do best. It's not the most flashy role, but it's incredibly vital. Your teammates will thank you when they're able to focus on the action without worrying about the train getting wiped out. So, if you're into strategic play, positioning, and being the unsung hero who keeps the squad rolling forward, then the Alamo class might just be the perfect fit for you. It's a little less about glory and a lot more about teamwork, but trust me, there's a certain satisfaction in knowing you kept the train, and everyone on it, alive through some serious chaos. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Arsonist. If you're the kind of player who loves to light things up and leave a trail of chaos in your wake, then the Arsonist class in Dead Rails is definitely your match. This class doesn't mess around. It's all about causing explosive damage with fire. From the get-go, you've got Molotovs at your disposal, and that's just the start. The Arsonist's passive ability boosts your fire DMG, so you're basically a walking flamethrower, setting everything in sight ablaze. What's really cool about the Arsonist is that it's not just about dealing damage, it's about doing it in style. You get to be that reckless force of nature charging headfirst into battle, no holding back. And trust me, the enemies will notice when you're tossing Molotovs everywhere. Whether it's clearing out a group of mobs or sending a boss into a fiery frenzy, you're going to feel like the true fire starter. If you're someone who thrives on high-intensity, action-packed moments, the Arsonist's playstyle will fit you like a glove. It's all about embracing the chaos, taking the fight directly to your enemies, and letting the flames do the talking. Forget about waiting for things to get heated. You're already turning up the heat from the moment you step onto the battlefield. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Doctor. Alright, let's talk about the Doctor class in Dead Rails, and let me tell you, this one's an absolute game changer. If you're looking to be the backbone of your team, the Doctor's got your back. Think about it. While everyone else is out there swinging weapons and trying to keep enemies at bay, you're the one making sure your team stays alive. You start every round loaded with bandages and snake oil, meaning you've got instant healing at your disposal. Whether it's you or a teammate that needs a pick-me-up, you're ready to step in. But it doesn't stop there. The Doctor class is so much more than just a healer. If a teammate goes down, yeah, that's right, when they take too much damage and hit the dirt, you've got the power to revive them. No need for more bandages or items. Your class ability lets you bring them back into the game, keeping the momentum going. It's honestly one of the most satisfying things when you swoop in and save the day, just when it looks like things are about to go south. Now, here's the kicker. You might think a class this powerful would cost a ton, right? Nope! The Doctor is one of the most affordable classes, setting you back only 15 bonds. That's less than what you'd pay for some of the flashier classes that only pack a punch. But the Doctor? They're the unsung hero. You might not be the one dealing massive damage, but you're ensuring that the team has a fighting chance for the long haul. It's a role that's often overlooked, but so vital for winning rounds. So, if you're all about keeping your crew alive and giving them the best shot at success, the Doctor class is definitely the way to go. It's reliable, it's cheap, and, most importantly, it's essential. You'll be the MVP without ever needing to raise your voice or swing a sword. Instead, you're saving lives and turning the tide of battle with each bandage and bottle of snake oil. How cool is that? The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.